No, dude.
Well, that's a legitimate question. You're saying that you're saying poverty and desperation results in crime. I'm wondering why it is that you've had these homeless guys. They've been predominantly. I think
this fits into Emma's argument perfectly if she can just make it. Poverty and desperation do play into crime. The people shoving people in front of trains are probably homeless people. We probably need more medical facilities to house these people, right? Like they probably are in poverty. They probably are desperate because they're mentally ill, right?
almost entirely these homeless guys shoving people in front of trains. Last year it was 25. And so that is...
So that's a mental health problem. I mean, we do have a mental health problem in this country. We have an issue with not having socialized health care, where people are unable to access health care, mental health care in particular, but also every other kind of health care. I mean, 28 million uninsured people in this country. That's a massive problem. I mean, what is your stance on Medicare for all and health care?
I'm for universal health care.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think...
should I put the notepad on screen too? I guess so. Because I'm going to play in the entirety of Weather Institute and then do it all at once, because I don't know if I'm going to actually fucking... The master sheet is no. Which one is it? Oh, it's the Winstitute file. Yeah? Oh? Amazing. Okay, Septile kills the first three. And then we want Omastar to kill...
We'd have to have some kind of like...
Tim's been pretty open about this. She's like treating him like a neocon. Sometimes I think these people are like still shadowboxing with like George Bush era conservatives.
Basic coverage for universal standard, meaning like if you're having an episode, this is particularly where we bring you in, we help you. If you're broken bones, flu, things that it's like relatively simple and knowledge based. The challenge with it is that we got limited space, we have limited doctors, but you know, I don't think we can function as a society if we have people just dying in the streets like we do with drug abuse and, you know.
Well, then you should promote housing first policies on your program. Like in Houston, what they did, there was a pilot program under Obama. It was a HUD grant. And they reduced homelessness by 63% over 10 years because they guaranteed housing. Do you think that the 25 examples that you cite last year, and there's like over 2 million subway riders a day, so you cherry picking that I feel like is...
It's not cherry picking, it's... You mentioned that desperation leads to crime.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering why it is specifically that we saw this increase. Is it like someone's desperate, but why murder somebody? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, they're experiencing a mental health episode.
Yeah, doesn't work.
We do not have adequate health care in this country, mental health care. I hear a lot of talk, often after mass shootings, that mental health is the most important thing in this country. Then we should have socialized health care so everyone can have access to it.
Yeah, Wishcash Survivor, but does he do well?
That paired with a housing first policy where cities don't become urban centers for just bridge and tunnelers who want to come in and see a show, or for restaurant associations, or places where people can actually live and there's guaranteed housing for people.
I guess.
If we were able to do that, we would be able to drastically reduce the crime that you guys are talking about.
So when you're talking about poverty leading to crime, like what is that based on? Because after Prohibition was repealed,
all of human history,
during the Great Depression, crime fell.
You have to be super careful. Poverty and crime aren't necessarily linked together, and you're walking into like really sketchy areas. It's the association is going to be a little bit more sophisticated. Did I just die? What? Is this bill just trash? Am I just trash?
Yeah, Shaka's gonna be the.
When you start saying things like just like poverty and crime are linked, I wonder if he's gonna bring up like what about poor white rural communities whose crime rates are far lower than poor urban communities. It has to be a little bit more sophisticated.
During the Great Recession, people with your line of thinking thought we would see a crime spike nationwide. It didn't happen. You can actually look at the crime wave if you wanted to pull it up. That didn't occur. And that was the largest recession in the history of this country since the Great Depression. So what we've seen throughout American history is poverty not leading to crime. What we actually see is the opposite, that crime drives areas into poverty. We look at store closures across the country due to the fact that we have shoplifting. That leads to
fucking
decaying
serious?
in the
Why
neighborhoods.
does King Joe
When
bait the
people
egg?
abandon the neighborhoods and you see this blight, that has a psychological impact on people, and that drives people to commit these crimes.
I mean, you're working backwards from the...
No, you're actually working backwards.
Wait, but no. Poverty, clearly. This is a...
Hold on, why does King Joe bait egg? There are no super effective moves. It sees... Oh, it just goes in order, right? Because there's no super effective moves. Yeah, there's no like phase 2 or whatever. It just goes in order.
A very simple concept leads to something like shoplifting. Why would someone shoplift based on a personal pathology?
She thinks motherfuckers are shoplifting pizza Lunchables. Oh, just kill me, fam. I'm not gonna be able to make it. I'm not gonna be able to make it through this. I'm not gonna be able to make it through this, dude. It's poverty tourism. I don't like it when rich people talk about what they think the poor experience is like. It's so cringe. Like, oh yeah, like shoplifting. Like, yeah, the only reason you shoplift is because you're trying to get food for your family. Like, bro, come on.
They're shoplifting because they're desperate.
Not necessarily. Like, so we have a lot.
I'm glad I'm not saying anything. Emma is bad faith and inseparable. Necro, main for life. Skelly boys, raise up. Lawson Harrison said access could of course be better, but it's not going to be a solution. We can't force an unwell person to get help with the majority of them, which a majority of them, for whatever reason, do not want to think they need help with. Sure.
Why would someone shoplift based on a personal pathology? They're shoplifting because they're desperate.
Not necessarily.
Wow.
Like, so we have
These
a lot of
writers are
lax
so weak.
shoplifting
I'm already
laws
using
in
Seth
California,
Powell
for
on it,
example.
So they're
And
doing
what
it
they
just for
find is we
fun?
have a lot of organized retail theft because there's no consequences for it.
It's profit.
For
I mean,
instance,
it's not.
People are trying to make money.
Well,
and they're desperate, and we have untold levels of income inequality in this country.
Well,
Since
Income inequality, actually, income inequality in an area is a predictor for crime, but it's not because people are just like desperate and dying or whatever, right?
income inequality or poverty?
Hold up. Okay. What if I only kill 2 with Septile, and then I kill Slowbro with like something else? Nobody's watching, right? I don't want to actually talk to anybody. I just want to fucking get this shit done. Nobody's watching. Cool. Slowbro. Yeah, so he should never use Earthquake here. He should only ever use Ice Beam or Psychic. So we just got Ampharos, Outspeed, and Oko. Kill this guy. And now we bait Viper. So this should be Viper. He could use Poison Tail. Damn, that's kind of cringe, ain't it? So it's Slowbro. Can I also just kill it with Magneton? Oh yeah, we're good. Also, yeah, we just like lead Septile, and he just frags these guys. He doesn't even need Overgrow. So we also don't need Septile to be 52 or hold Miracle Seed. Magneton baits a Viper. And this is just always Earthquake. Who wants to beat some Viper here? Yeah, the problem is if Wishcash does it, then it's gonna be Executor. Can Steelix? Steelix doesn't have Earthquake though, unfortunately. Dragonair has Ice Beam. Wow, King's Rock on the Viper. Very scary. Honestly, I'm scared of like Poison Tail crit into poison, and I'm also scared of Glare. What do we got so far? Oh, I didn't even check this. But Steelix, yeah, baits Dragonair, we're good. Aggron outspeeds. Steelix is never gonna outspeed. So what about Aggron with Soft Sand? What level kills here? 53. Golem also baits Dragonair. Golem needs 53 to outspeed.
'70s, 900%. That's the increase in CEO.
Oh shit, I was just about to say that. She was saying 900% increase in pay to the wealthiest CEOs of companies.
Okay, versus 12% for the working class in this country.
That's
you don't think that that leads to levels
What's the
of desperation?
So wait, is income inequality the cause or is poverty the cause? Because those are two different things.
I mean, they go hand in hand.
They really
necessarily.
Yes, they
no.
do. Because all the
No, they don't, because there are areas that experience extreme poverty that don't lead to increases in crime, like poor rural communities don't necessarily have tons of crime.
What are the odds of AI using Glare? I had to stop reading chats. What is wrong with these people? All right.
Income inequality in areas, I think, tends to be a much better predictor of criminality than just poor people.
I was trying to look at the glare chances.
Wealth is going towards the
Did I just get
CEOs and
aggro
some
on to what you
billionaires
did?
of this country,
But it's
and
a
it's not
zero-sum
trickling
economy.
down.
What does it mean?
But also, if income
I'm pretty sure that I just bring like Golem and Aggron or like Golem and Steelix to like what is it, Trainer 2? Yeah, it's Trainer 2, the Muck guy. And I probably need like high shit on that anyway, so I don't know. I don't think I bring Aggron to Winona. I definitely bring Steelix, and I definitely bring Golem. I just think both of them are going to be better. I think Steelix, outside of Moltres, Steelix just like sits in and just spams Rock Slide and just like kills guys. Because I don't have Armaldo. Wait, am I stupid? I thought this guy did more damage. I mean, he's taking out 2 for 1, right? Oh, wait, no, this is like 55 or whatever. Jesus, what the fuck, bro? I thought he did more damage. Is this... No, this isn't even a bad Steelix. Earthquake AI fucking sucks for Aggron. And then, honestly, like, Aggron just takes too much damage from so many things. There's, like, so many things that he just... The typing is, like, dog shit for. Steelix, you could say similar stuff, because, like, obviously, like, the typing isn't good for, like... It's neutral to ice, it's neutral to grass, but, like, nobody's a grass type, so they don't have grass stab. And then, like, you can't bring it from Moltres. Yeah, oh man, Steelix isn't as good as I thought he was going to be. Maybe I do want Aggron. The Earthquake AI sucks. Or not the Earthquake, the 4X effectiveness AI thing. I mean, Steelix can come as a pivot, absolutely, yeah. I just don't think he's going to be DPSing. And, yeah, I don't know if, like, I just don't know if Kabutops is going to be, like, the DPS we want. Like, for the entire thing. And I also might have to risk the, like, 1 in 32 with Ments. Wow, it doesn't even bait Flamethrower. I mean, I could bring Sceptile. Like, it would be a better pivot. I am not getting it to, like, this 43, though. I really don't like that. Oh, man. Well, we're talking about risking like 2 different crits here. Also, this guy is gonna be taking this like HP flying shit. Oh no. Oh no, my pivots look so bad right now. Fuck. What if I bring like Ampharos? Ampharos or even Magneton I think can work, right? Wait, no, I'm sorry. No, that's not what we want. We want something, yeah, we want something that switches into ground moves. And debates flying moves. So we want exactly Sceptile. Like there's not anything else to like take. Oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into this more. Jesus. Fuck, dude. Yeah, like Sunflora is so nice. Just because you can... Fuck. Because it's sackable. Like, I'm never sacking Sceptile. It's just, like, so stupid. But Roselia is it's a poison grass. So, it's, like, not actually a grass type. You don't, like, actually get to use it. And then it's like, what even resists ground moves in this box? Like, actually, only Sceptile. Or it's like... Gyarados does, but Gyarados is going to bait AP, which is horrible. Actually, is AP really that bad? Is AP really that bad? Think about it. Because if you just have Gyarados in and he baits AP, like you're just like sitting here and like these boosts don't matter as much because you're just intimming like over and over and over again as you pivot, and then this dude is just gonna be baiting it into like Steelix and shit, and then he's gonna like EQ when Steelix is out. So, or like Aggron or whatever. Actually, can I use the AI to my advantage with Aggron? So that you know it always is going to Earthquake. And not use Ancient Power. Maybe that's cooking too hard, I don't know. Oh, also, if you lead Gyarados, you need to be baiting Zapdos Thunderbolt. You could also bait Sky Attack if you're just switching in, or Return even. Like if you're just switching into Steelix, it doesn't actually matter, right? Like theoretically, you could literally be like super low HP. I'm not a fan of like pre-poisoning or whatever. How is Ice Shard looking against this guy? It's looking pretty dog shit, not gonna lie. 27%. Oh, I shard into declaw kills. But it almost doesn't even matter. Well, okay, so you would do that, and then you would switch in... You could probably find a way to where you never risk Ments. I think Steelix baits Flygon, I think. No, it might... Does it bait Crobat? No, stop. We're not looking at this. No, Steelix baits Flygon. Why doesn't it bait Crobat? It has a good type matchup. I guess the ground immunity is like better than the flying or some shit. Is it just because you can hit both of Flygon's types with it? He takes super effective damage from this type though. I'm so confused. I don't understand. Why does Lexi not understand? What does Lexi not understand about this? Like, you need to... You have to stream on Twitch or whatever. You can't just stream in the fucking Discord call. This could work. I'm definitely gonna have to cook on this. I don't think 53 at Weather Institute is insane. For the first trainer, it's just kind of not preferred. Oh, Men's Pate's Dragonair anyway. So you know what we do. Magneton, pre-slept. Outspeed and Oko the Slowbro. This guy wants to use Earthquake or Glare. Probably Earthquake's probably kills. So pivot, Mint, then Steelix, dig once, then back to Mint to finish, and then this guy, the Dragonair guy. This is how many? This is 4 things in my party. Oh my god, I'm at the Psychic crit. Holy shit. Damn, bro. Magmar, dude. Jesus. The one special attack. I mean, Egg is pretty bulky, man. Yeah, Gyarados doesn't do well because of Egg Bomb. So this would just be like Omastar and Dewgong to kill this Dragonair. Right. They'll be able to sort it out, and then Mence kills the Egg. We want Chesto on this guy. Fuck. Yeah, because I need Chesto on Mence. What if I get glared? Yeah, this always baits it. I think it's too greedy. I think I just got to go with the Aggron. Either Aggron or Golem. We'll go. Wait, what about Donphan? Hold up. Oh, Ayo? Donnie? Yo. How did I not think about Donnie? Yeah, we just use Donphan. Yeah, what the fuck is this complicated bullshit? Just use Donphan, dude. It's too free, baby. It's too free. Magneton needs to be pre-slept to avoid the ice beam. Omastar and Dugong with Cherry. Immense with Chesto. Cool. Wow, look at that. We got the first run completed. Okay, this guy. Electrode. Oh, let me take a piss. Gay roads. All right, we need to continue.
Inequality is the driver of crime, then how come we saw a giant crime decline after the mid-90s when income inequality was going up? In fact, we saw this happen all the way to 2019.
Can you repeat that?
The income inequality being a predictor of crime is a localized effect, I believe. So when you're in areas that have high amounts of income inequality, it's not income inequality as measured across the entire country. It's income inequality as measured in like a particular area. So like neighborhoods with higher inequality or cities with higher inequality will have higher crime, not like the inequality measured across the entire country.
We had a giant crime decline from around 1995, 1996 nationwide, from all the way to 2019, while income inequality was rising during that period of time.
Right.
So why would that occur if income inequality is driving crime?
I mean, I'm not exactly sure, you're the expert, but I do know that you are saying that there was an increase in crime in 2021 and 2022, and it doesn't matter now that it's going back down to 2023 levels.
I wonder if she knew that Sean was going to be here, because if Sean's going to be here, you got to do all your reading on this, on the crime shit, because this is like the only area that he like mass prepares for or knows like a ton about. Or not to, that sounded like I was insulting him. I just mean like this is like his specialty
Wait,
area.
Steelix Bates
Like, if you're going to be AGW on crime, you need to have like stats.
This
and
is
shit
free, right?
ready to go for this.
This is free. Like this guy always just clicks endure.
Yeah.
I just pulled up New York City.
Look at that. Right, exactly.
So in the...
Because they
So
both
this is what
bake
I was
cradle
talking
D.
about. Crime massively. Crime's peak violent crime was in the 90s. This just says murders, but I'm pretty sure all violent crime peaked.
I
in
might
the
want to
90s,
use
and
him
it
for
has
mock,
fallen sharply from there.
but we'll see what's going on.
At the start of 1990, crime was at its highest, and it dropped rather massively
This guy wants to
into
use EQ.
just before 2000, where it continued to decline. And then from 2019...
Why was that? I don't know if researchers have decided why it was. I think there have been three big things that I've heard, but all with varying. I don't know how much we believe in any of them. One was that one guy did that huge like correlative research on crime and lead. That a lot of lead was removed from paint, from gasoline, from a lot of different areas, from soils. That the amount of lead was massively decreasing in the like 70s and 80s, and then by the time those people got to be at criminal ages, they were less likely to be exposed to that. So there's lead gasoline and leaded like paints and everything. That's one thing I've heard. A second thing I've heard is abortion. That access to abortion after Roe v. Wade and everything was causing a lot of populations of people that might have been more predisposed towards crime, single-parent households. That could have been a massive reduction in crime. That could have been a thing.
Killing babies.
Another hypothesis I've heard was that a lot of gangs just like a lot of gangs were kind of like trying to dice up and sort out territory, and that by the 90s and onwards, they'd largely kind of like figured out like this is our turf, this is your turf, and you know, as long as you stay the fuck away from us, we'll stay the fuck away from you. So that a lot of like gang violence decreased because people had kind of figured out more. Like who was selling where. In terms of like how much any of these had an impact, or what was like the the crime bill, whether or not, you know, bro, this guy just did like 50% of health in one shot. Whether you like it or not, it does seem to be the case that having more cops in an area does actually decrease the amount of crime in that area. And broken windows policing, however racist some of it might have been in its implementation, probably did work to decrease quite a bit, or at least have a measurable impact on crime and criminality in an area. These are all like things that I've heard. I don't know like how much any one particular thing was the thing that caused violent crime to drop, but these are like things that I've heard. Yeah.
Into 2020, we see a
huge
increase.
Scary, man.
That's pre-pandemic. Right. So there's a couple interesting things to point out there.
No, to be clear, that's not
Also,
that's not pre-pandemic. That's the year-over-year increase. So it would be in the year 2020. To be clear, so 2019 would be the low number.
The increase actually the draw is before.
So assuming that this guy always psychics here.
It's, I've seen these numbers. I'm telling you, you're reading this chart wrong because in New York City, do they have the raw number of homicides on the side? If you track it,
I honestly, I'm pretty confident he's Thunderwaves.
You have about
almost
300,
always.
and then it jumps to about 469.
And he like shouldn't Thunderwave on the Hari. However, how much does Hari do with Fake Out? Okay. So worst case scenario, if I like get one crunch off and then he dies, I just go back to to Hariyama and Fake Out. However, what do these guys even bait? Wow, ha ha ha, he baits Mach, amazing. Hari baits Artillery. Okay, okay. Hari baits Artillery. That is interesting. Shark is probably like almost certainly my best answer here. Yeah, what the fuck is this Oma Star shit? Yeah, Shark is like a definite yes. So I don't even know if I want to do this order now that we're like talking about it. Now that we're getting into the weeds about it. Cause like I don't know if there's really gonna be a way for me to consistently get Muck to be last. I almost want a pre-damage Golem. Oh, this is going to be +1 attack though, right? I think we do this. Pre-damage Golem to always attack explosion, then bait bigger brain from Muck. Muck comes out. Actually, 125. Men's outspeeds this guy. Yeah, but you can't really switch in on a psychic, huh? Obviously, this page is going to show up. If I can come in on a signal beam or a surf from Starmie, I'll be fine with men's. If I switch in on a gunk shot, this is so free with Steelix. So free. That's why I want to just like have it with men's. So let's just say we kill it with Steelix. Steelix would still be baiting Cradily. Let's just say pivot, men's, then go with Steelix. I mean, is Cradling really doing, like, insane damage to me? Definitely not. I will be underground. But, I mean, I'll have Citrus Berry equipped. It's not like it's insane. Also, if I'm not even taking explosion damage, it should be fine.
I mean, crime dropped everywhere throughout the country since lead gasoline was outlawed. There is a massive connection, lead paint, lead gasoline predominantly affecting poor and lower income people, which probably did contribute to some of the increase in volatility in that kind of instance.
I completely agree. I read that report. It was fascinating that when we started taking lead out of the atmosphere, crime started to drop. But that would also make the argument that it's not poverty driving crime. It was like chemical imbalance or something.
It's both. It's absolutely both.
Well, I think it would play a role. Like the lead would play a role because it was in gasoline, so it's in the air. Yeah, so it's impacting everyone.
It depresses brain function and things like that.
True, but I think public policy has a huge impact as well because again, we saw a dramatic crime. This crime wave started in the 1960s, right? And this is when we started embracing this idea that poverty was the root cause of crime, that this was more the realm of the social workers, all things that sound really familiar to today. And from 1960 all the way to 1979, the incarceration rate, even though in raw numbers it was rising, was dropping per capita. So we saw this crime increase, and what you would end up getting in 1979 for murder, on average, was something like 5 years. For rape, it was something like 3.4 years. And obviously, like, this created a problem because we just weren't prosecuting people. This is why we ended up going with a mass incarceration solution, which, by the way, did work, and all these other policies to get tough on crime. You laugh, but you're definitely
No, I mean,
wrong.
mass incarceration, we incarcerate more people than any other country.
We have the highest rate of violent crime for any modern Western country.
I mean, I don't have that statistic in front of me, but we still, so how does that connect to the mass incarceration point? If it worked, then what does the violent crime rate have to do with it? You just want to warehouse more people?
No, I didn't say, when I say it worked, we had we started expanding the prison population seriously in the 1980s to the 1990s. If you go to the Brennan Center for Criminal Justice, which is a left-wing organization, they say post the year 2000, mass incarceration lost its effectiveness. But most of the mass incarceration was pre the year 2000. So obviously it had some impact, and it ranges. Low estimates are about 6% on the crime rate, which is very low, but the high estimates are about 30%. And the reason it worked is because the philosophy behind mass incarceration is pretty simple.
No shot.
What you're trying to do is incapacitate criminals, because the same criminals are often reoffending. You brought up shoplifting.
This is pretty
earlier.
close, but
you can actually
I'm
pull
not
up an
a fan of
article
this
to
at
find
all.
out that the same 300 people in New York City
this is
represent
like
a
close to
third
being
of the
good.
shoplifting arrests total
Incredibly
for a
just
single
a
year.
little bit too
Probably
bulky.
because
That's
they're
because they're
incredibly
repeat offenders.
impoverished and they need to find a way to actually sustain their livelihoods in this country.
Marshall Alstad, 99.99. Jesus. If you had to identify broadly what causes increase in crime rates, what is it? Class jealousy and too much free time, or something else entirely? This is not going to be a very data-driven answer. What I would say is that people, broadly speaking, are going to take the path of least resistance that leads to the most reward. That's what I would say, broadly speaking. So the goal should probably be to increase the friction on illegitimate sources of income.
So I could just pivot between Steelix and Agron until it blows up on
instance,
Agron.
If you are in an area where criminality is not very available, I don't know if in Omaha, Nebraska,
Agron's got a big
I don't know if I
cradle
can
in.
make money selling drugs. I don't know where to start, but there's a path forward where I can go to school, go to college, and get a job. Then that's probably going to be the path
Earthquake,
that you follow.
got a Hari.
Right?
Hari's gonna beat
If the path
Starmie.
before you is your school kind of sucks, not many people graduate, and college is maybe whatever, but you got an opportunity to, sling dope on a corner or go work for somebody, illegitimately, you're probably gonna follow that path. I think that people tend to just follow very predictable paths in society, so the goal policy should be to designate or design paths that are as fruitful for society as possible, right? That should be like the goal in good policy. Do you think that culture plays a part as well? Yeah, culture is probably going to be an augmenting force as well. In some cases, it might have a weak effect. In some cases, it might have an incredibly strong effect. If you take a black person and you throw them into a pretty wealthy neighborhood with wealthy parents and they go to good schools, I don't know if gang culture is going to make this guy all of a sudden hood out. I don't think that's going to happen. But some cultures are probably incredibly protective. So for instance, certain, I don't like to say Asian culture because there are a lot of different types, but certain I could probably say Jewish culture, highly values things like education and achievement and some moral standard. That's probably going to be a protective factor even against Jewish people in poorer areas would be my guess. So cultural factors are probably going to be protective or be aggravators, I guess, of positive and negative things respectively, depending on what you're talking about. But that would be another thing that kind of sits over the top of everything else, I think.
That's put a very good way. That's phrased very well to maintain their livelihoods.
Well, no, I mean, they're
Incapacitate criminals because the same criminals are often reoffending.
You
brought up
pivot to
shoplifting earlier.
Agron on the
Asians value
psychic,
education too. Why do you
and
shy
then
away
he
from saying
surfs,
Asians value education? Because Asian is so broad,
Then
and I
you
feel
had a
different
Mence.
people come to the United States for different reasons, and I feel there's different
Mence
groups
based
of immigrants.
artillery.
So for instance, I've heard of a lot of Chinese.
Hold up.
Not
We're
the
cooking.
Chinese people that came over initially
We're
for building
cooking,
our railroads,
boys.
but for instance, Chinese immigration students today come over tend to be participating in Ivy League or really high level state schools or whatever. Chinese immigrants tend to do really well. I think South Korean immigrants, also tend to be very wealthy, come over and do well. I haven't heard the same about say Japanese foreign exchange students. I don't know why. If maybe that data exists and I just haven't heard it. And then people from Southeast Asia, I don't hear as much, but yeah. I think usually when we talk about really good Asian immigrants in the United States, I think we're usually talking about Chinese people. So I try to be careful not to just I don't want to just put all of the Asian people in the same boat, you know, like people from Vietnam and Cambodia and Malaysia, and the Philippines. That's considered Asia, right? Philippines should be considered Asia, right? Are probably going to be a lot different in terms of educational outcomes and income bracket as compared to people from like South Korea and China, you know. That'd be my guess, but yeah.
You can actually pull up an article to find out that the same 300 people in New York City represent a third of the shoplifting arrests total for
dude, why does Lantern bait muck? No, dude, we were doing so well. I was so close. Fuck, that's so annoying. I don't like Tenta. Wait, Tenta baits Walran. Yeah, we use Tenta. So we have Steelix, Aggron, Hari, Mence, Tenta, and then whoever kills Walrein. Is that it, right? No, fuck. Oh, no. Steelix is killing Muck. That's why. Steelix is killing Muck. That's the whole point. Is that Steelix is killing Muck. Honestly, if it comes down to it, there's like a lot of people here that could just kill it. Because it's baited last, so. But, damn, Ampharos speed ties at level cap. Oh man, I don't like that. That blows, dude. That fucking blows. There's no way Lantern Okos. No shot. No shot. What about Sceptile? Nah. Not even close. Oma? Oma star. Ayo? Oma star? The thing is, like, do I really need the Ancient Power delay on Kabutops? I don't think I do. Because let's review, shall we? Shall we? Shall we? Cheers, my friends. We'll say 55. Kabutops. With oh god, I can't spell Ancient Power. Here, we're actually just gonna copy it from this. Are you serious? Because I didn't capitalize the R and the T in Rock Tomb? Get the fuck out of here. That's fucking dumb. Okay. I do not want to get 55 yet. This seems crazy. I will scale Rock Tomb. I honestly don't fucking care. I'll scale Rock Tomb, sure. I don't have a problem with that. No, but this isn't even what we want to look at, right? So, Rock Tomb kills Moltres here. Rock Tomb kills Articuno. AP is looking pretty good against Crobat. This is insanely capped, though, because we just died a Giga Drain, obviously. Okay. Flygon, again, we just, like, died to Giga Drain and Earthquake, basically. We also, this is, like, a horrible matchup for Kabutops. Fuck, who else is on her team? Aerodactyl. So, AP kills Arrow. But, like, when in your life are you ever going to lead with this guy? So you can't lead with him because Zapdos is going to kill it. And then... I'm trying to think of, like, who kills Arrow. Yo, Omastar kind of bulky with it, though. Kind of bulky with it, though. This guy, like, barely Okos with Ice Beam. Oh, but he baits AP. Like, not ideal, and then you also just kind of, like, you just died a crit, so kind of cringe. So, yeah, I don't really think this AP delay provides enough value. For me to, like, sit here and tell you that it's better or whatever. So I think I just evolve this guy right now. Six Kabutops. That's exactly what I had written, isn't it? Okay, okay. Moving along. Why do I always forget the T whenever I type this shit? The classic Focus Band Cloyster. I mean, everybody just dodges the 1 in 160 here, right? Or not even the 1 in 160, the 1 in 100. Oh no! Please. Oof. I mean, I don't have magnet pull on this thing. Yeah, this is always just like a 1 in 160 for Magneton. To me, the bigger problem with this guy is always if you are, I mean, this would be perfect for Voltorb if he was still alive. This would just be like the perfect guy to use it on. But the bigger problem is like, if this guy does get the focus band. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This would still just be Surf, wouldn't it? He actually won't blow up because he'll see kill a Surf. Yeah, we just don't do enough damage, like, ever. Oh, does Roselia outspeed? She just kind of dies to Ice Beam, unfortunately. How many rolls of Ice Beam is this? It is exactly 1 roll of Ice Beam. So he has to get the Focus Band and get the 1 roll of Ice Beam. Or he has to explode. So the odds of losing a Pokemon are definitely higher. By a little bit. Another problem here is that it's a random move if he gets the Ice Beam and you live, you know? Which is only a 1 in 10. So I'm not sure I like this. Ampharos doesn't even outspeed because he's a slow piece of garbage. Hariyama is my only fighting type. Yeah, this is insanely capped. Yeah, he's just gonna, like, blow up turn 1. Like, we just never do this ever. So I think it's Magneton. Steelix takes way too much from Surf, yeah. Oh, he's like 85 special attack. Is that what he normally is? Is that buffed in this game? Oh, wait, Steelix doesn't even do anything. Why? God, why is Steelix so fucking weak? Jesus. Okay. Yeah, I think we just Magneton. Surely nothing bad happens. I don't think Aggron is a good idea. No, he's not. Even no, we actually don't even outspeed at level cap. Magneton baits Wob? Why? What the fuck? Bro. Oh my god, dude. What am I supposed to use? I think I just used Roselia. Yeah. Who's somebody that outspeeds? That can, like, take stuff. Actually, they don't need to outspeed. You can just have Hari in the back, and he's got fake out, right? So you literally just come in, and he's on 1 HP, and he just kills, like, whatever. Like, arguably, this could be, like, the guy that kills, like, Umbreon or something. So if we killed this with Hari, where does it bait? It baits Cash. We are already baiting Cash, though, with Roselia. He always baits Wob. That is unfortunate. Can I kill Cash with Hari? Actually, wait, hold on. Hold on. I think I could just keep this guy in the back. Hold up. Okay. So, Wish Cash versus Roselia. He's either going to Earthquake or HP Flying. We want to switch Sceptile in on... Actually, we don't even care, because he doesn't do enough damage. So we just switch Sceptile in on whatever we want to. We kill Wish Cash. We'll kill Omastar. We kill Gorbis. Omastar, obviously we kill Gorbis. I have no reason to believe that Miracle Seed is something I can't equip here. Kill Gorbis, and then it's Umbreon. Was it 2, 4, 6? And then Hari in the back. Wait, do I have Super Fang on this guy? Okay, that's good. I think that's good for Wob, isn't it? I might want Sharpedo in the back. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I mean, like, this trainer is free except for the first Pokemon. Oh, why am I typing in Armaldo? Because I'm fighting Armaldo, that's why.
single year.
Probably because
This
they're
is because they're
incredibly
repeat offenders.
impoverished and they need to find a way to actually sustain their livelihoods in this country.
But that's put a very good way. That's phrased very well, to maintain their livelihoods.
Well, so, no, I mean, no, their life is a better way to maintain.
Sure, but like, I guess my point is.
Sure.
Some of them certainly are desperate, but when you see videos of a guy like shoveling stuff into a garbage bag, that's not desperation.
But again, this is what you do, Tim. You return to anecdotal
the mind is special
when
attack.
I'm trying to talk about.
What are we doing? Police.
And I am talking
Which is
about
the anecdotal evidence.
Fucking hell.
He said the same 300 people are the ones committing the crime. I said, right.
A third of the shoplifting arrests in New York
specific
City.
individuals are doing it for profit.
Okay, so we should have a system of mass incarceration because there are 300.
I didn't say that.
Because I'm talking to you now. There are 300 repeat offenders.
No, we should incapacitate repeat offenders so they stop offending.
Got
so
it.
If
so
you're
this is
arrested,
all about the fact that you are not in favor of bail reform because in New York State, which is now currently being rolled back, we decided that we weren't going to require cash bail for nonviolent felonies and for misdemeanors. And you think that that's a good policy?
To not require cash bail?
Yeah.
Kill this guy.
No. I mean, that we're rolling it back.
I think look, if you're concerned about people not being able to get out of jail because of their financial means, then I can understand reducing or even eliminating the cash bail system. Because I understand if you don't have a lot of money, even though you really only have to throw down 10% for bail in most cases, unless it's like a set figure for the bond, then I get that argument. But what you need, and the state of New York desperately needs this, is some kind of threat assessment. Like, you should be able to hold somebody if they present themselves as a danger or a repeat offender, regardless of bail, without bail, so that they don't continue to reoffend.
Okay, but do you know what happens when people are held in Rikers, for example, in a pre-detention center? How many deaths have happened there before they're even convicted of a crime?
Look, again, that's an issue for how the jailing system works in New York City. And I am in favor of building out the jail capacity because
you're talking about cash bail, though. That is exactly the point that we're discussing here.
Yeah.
Right. So you're in favor of people being held before they're convicted of a crime.
Yes.
In Rikers.
If they show a propensity to reoffend, 100%.
What is a propensity to reoffend?
A history, like being arrested over and over again, prior conviction.
Wow, Manic Pixie, welcome to the Tier 5 Cyber Clever. Oof, that's spooky.
Yes.
So you think that they should be held in a prison that has been...
It's a jail, but yes.
Or jail, excuse me. A jail that has been proven to be one of the worst conditions in the country.
Well, it doesn't have to be specifically Rikers Island.
Dozens of deaths just this year, even if they haven't been convicted of a crime.
Convicted of a crime. Yeah, for sure.
But I think...
But that's very anti-constitutional and anti-democratic.
How is it anti-constitutional?
The Fourth Amendment. It violates the Fourth Amendment.
Protects you from illegal search and seizures.
Well, I mean, you are the right to a speedy trial. People are held. Fifth Amendment. Yes.
I do think we should have reform on the speedy trial side, but the idea that it's unconstitutional to hold somebody pre-trial is ridiculous. Our law is based on English common law.
Six. Damn.
Six. Yeah,
we're all bad.
Our law is based on English common law, and the reason we have jails is that you would actually be held in a dungeon awaiting trial. So it's like built into the system. Bail is like a courtesy. It's actually a progressive reform in response to that, where you lay down some kind of capital in place of yourself.
Dude, yeah, what about money, water, accuracy, Jerome? Dude, how do you kill this guy? What the fuck? Am I missing something? I feel like I'm missing something. Do I kill it with my own Tenta? Do we just like Giga Chad? Septile deals with Kabutops the best. So this guy can come in and revenge on Tenta, which I like. Kingdra baits Kabutops, which is actually kind of unfortunate because he's pretty likely to just Rain Dance turn 1. Yeah, like not if we're in rain though. Pretty annoying. Pretty annoying if you ask me, buddy. So Donnie kills Armaldo. What does Donnie bait? Donnie baits Kabutops. I feel like we're just like getting to the same place though. What am I trying to achieve here? What are we doing here? I feel like we're just getting to the exact same place. Fuck, I feel like I'm missing something on this guy. I feel like there's a common answer. You don't use good dugong, right? Is the common answer just like Kingdra or something? Do I even have the return TM? Do I have the claw fossil? Wait, did I grab the meteorite? No. Damn. Unless I already have it, which I don't think I do. I don't see it. Well, we'll hold on to it or whatever. Wait, does Gyarados just own this guy? I mean, Gyarados does pretty well here. He does a little bit better than Kingdra just because he actually minuses the Sludge Bomb, so he just kind of like baits Ice Beam and shit, and we also outspeed. Wait, does Kingdra outspeed? Oh, we do. Interesting. The other thing is that if I'm bringing Ments can also. Oh no, absolutely not. No. Yeah, we can never switch in Ments because of Ice Beam. What would we be switching in? Like, if you wanted to pivot to Ments, how would you do it? Yeah, I don't know. So let's just say you lead Golem. Lead Golem, bait Kabutops, go to Sceptile, pivot through Tenta to get to to Mence. And Mence is gonna be Ludi. Perfect. Let's just triple check. Wait, polyref. I'm not even triple checking. I'm just checking. Pivot through Mence, level 52. Pre-select. I mean, you probably just want like citrus on this guy, right? There's like no reason. Because Tenda's gonna be pre-slept. But Ludi. Okay, we killed the Ludi. Mence, and then this is Tenta. Tenta, Ice Beam always. Yeah, I just feel like going into my own Tenta is like so stupid. Yeah, but what if he gets an AP boost here? Kind of cringe. Kind of cringe. Don't want that. Yeah. Fuck this noise. We're just doing subtile now. Yeah, I'm just too tired to like actually fight these guys today, so I'm just planning right now.
How much money do you want to spend on jails in New York City?
As much as it takes.
So just warehousing people before they're convicted of anything.
Well, again, it's not warehousing everybody, but if you have a propensity to reoffend, I think judges should be able to have judgment. It's kind of in the name, and assess these people and hold them.
So you just want to give it to the judgment of the judges, and it doesn't.
Yes, I would like the judges to have judgment. Yes.
Okay, but there should be guardrails in place to prevent judges from. I mean, judges are human beings; they can be unjust as well. I don't really put them on the pedestal that you do.
Obviously, I'm not in favor of like $1 million bond for somebody who's arrested for shoplifting, even if they're arrested 27 times. So yeah, you can have guardrails from the legislature, but they can't assess dangerousness right now in the state of New York.
They assess it in ways, the reason we put this law into place, which is now being rolled back, that were deemed inherently racist. They deem that it was disproportionately black and brown people who are warehouse
but how's that
racist?
because at their discretion, it was implemented in a racist way. It's
But
the
if you
same
look
way
at the
that
crime
stop and frisk.
statistics, they're
Well, there you go.
disproportionately black and Hispanic.
So this is what the reality is for you: is you believe that black and Hispanic people inherently are committing.
When did I say
more
inherently?
crimes. I mean,
If you pull up like NYPD crime data, for instance, since you brought up stop and frisk, you can look at the shootings, like the shooting suspects in any given year. And if you find me a year where 92% or greater is not black or Hispanic in terms of the shooting suspects, then I mean, I would be shocked because I've looked at it for the past 20 years.
So
Yeah,
that's
suspects.
the cops' discretion. So
No.
Oh, you got it. You just have to eat this one. Black people and Hispanic people commit more crime than white people. Like it's fine. There's nothing wrong with biting that bullet. It's not even a bullet to bite. Like that should logically follow from they're living worse conditions. They've got less educational opportunity available. Like it's easy to bite that bullet and then advance the conversation. You cannot do this silly dance where you're trying to pretend that we're trying to pretend that
probably Donphan first, right?
They don't. It's just everybody hears you as sounding ridiculous. Like why do this? It's so stupid.
Oh, you get a report,
right?
And
I'm
you get a
Golem.
description of the suspect, and they are 92% every single year or above black or Hispanic.
Can I tell you guys a very famous New York
So
story?
I can go like Double Edge,
There was
or whatever,
Black Cop.
Pivot Golem,
and he went to Central Park and started giving out tickets
Pivot
to white
Golem
couples
and
having
men's.
picnics and drinking wine. And he said public alcohol consumption is a crime in the city, and he started giving these uppity yuppies tickets.
Right.
He got in serious trouble. The reason he did it was because the cops would go into the black neighborhoods and give people drinking 40s on their stoops tickets. And he said, how can these people at their own homes, on their own porches, get a ticket for drinking booze? And when I go into Central Park and say, we're going to apply the same standard, I get in trouble for it. So New York's got serious problems. Even Bloomberg, like that guy's awful. He made a bunch of.
This is why you have the brown bag. Put your shit in a brown bag, get publicly drunk, and nobody can fuck with you for it.
Like, I'm not going to say
but
that.
the reason, I just want to cut you off because you mentioned Bloomberg, and I want to respond to what you said. Under Bloomberg, 90% of the stop and frisks that were done were, by the way, they didn't find anything, but 90% targeted black and brown people. So you're taking.
So the highest number, by the way, is 86%.
No.
You're taking the data and using what the cops did, where they over-police in certain areas, and then pretending like there's an overrepresentation inherently criminally in those kinds of populations. And
there absolutely is an overrepresentation of crime in those populations. How can oh my God, she's gonna get eviscerated on this conversation with fucking Sean. Why would she even try this?
I don't even know what to say. I think I usually have a fast electric type for this guy, but I just don't. What do I do, bro? What is this? Who comes up with these rules? Holy shit, does this guy just add speed? Oh my god. What the fuck? Oh, he just has a lumberry. So we just rock slide twice. And it literally doesn't matter what he... No, it matters what he clicks. If he clicks Rain Dance, he outspeeds. But it doesn't matter because... I will not have taken any damage. He probably explodes this turn though. But the damage has been done at that point, it doesn't matter. And then I just equip Citrus Berry and we move on. Wait, what is it? What is the damage in the rain? That's fine. We don't die, so. Yeah, 52. We'll put that in the notes. Put that one in the notes. Yeah. Dragonair. Yeah, and then from this point forward, we pretty much just have to play as if rain is going to be up. this should always be thunder. Why would I go to Dugong when we could just go to Kingdra? I can kinda just go to Ments here. That might be better than Kingdra. They both probably bait Ice Beam from whatever. They both bait Hunt Hill. And they both probably bait Ice Beam. Oh, Kingdra baits Double Edge, but I don't know if... So you do Ments. Surely this guy doesn't do enough damage to kill me in rain, right? So if I'm like 53... This guy's gonna do 35. So 50 plus 35. Wow, we barely survived that. Wait, do I even need Overgrowth though? I probably need Overgrowth for Lantern, don't I? I think so. Fuck, what if rain isn't up? Yeah. Because Lantern's gonna be next, right? Yeah, Lantern is next. Like a genuinely alternative solution is to just like say who cares and just go cash. On like an Ice Beam or a Thunder or something. Yeah, and you just like mud shot. If this fucks up, like if I'm not in overgrow range, we're just gonna have Wish Cash in the back, and we're just gonna play like that. Quillfish is extremely likely to rain dance, I think, because he's slower. So, like, turn 1 would be rain dance. Turn 2, he explodes. No, I'm sorry. No, it doesn't include it does not include the rain dance turn, I don't think. Really? Okay, so you only have 4 turns. So it's going to be turn 1, Quillfish use Rain Dance. Turn 2, he blows up. Turn 3, switch to Mence. Turn 4, Declaw. Turn 5, switch to Aggron. If he's in the thing, and then he's got the Miracle Seed. We should outspeed and OHKO this guy, and then we should also just outspeed and OHKO. We don't outspeed and OHKO this guy. Why? What the fuck? Oh, it baits Manta. No, it baits Dugong. How do we not outspeed an OHKO? What the fuck? I don't want to get the 55. Yeah, fuck it. So the other thing is that wait, is Huntail gonna see a kill against this guy? Fuck, he is. So I just like need to. Oh man, this is kind of hard to bait because he might see a kill against like Kabutops too. Actually, I could maybe just pivot to Hari. And that would... No. I mean, hopefully he rain dances, but we don't have any way of knowing this. No, I think I'm actually gonna bank on that. I think I'm gonna bank on the rain running out. I'm pretty confident that this is what's gonna take place. So we pre-damaged a 73. Because Huntdale's gonna come in. And he's just gonna see kill on Ment, so he's immediately gonna Ice Beam. And then Aggron's gonna come out. He's gonna see kill on Aggron, so he's just gonna Muddy Water. And then, yeah. So we actually don't even bring Wishcash. Except an Overgrow, and then it's gonna be Dugong. Dugong should just get owned by Hari. Yo, hold up. What about Magneton? Because we're not gonna be in rain. Because of all the kill baiting, we will not be in rain for this. I almost want to just get set to 55, but I might need it for the Winona fight itself. I mean, his XP curve is like really good though. Wait, what? I thought it was way better than that. What the fuck? Oh, it's like on par with everyone else at this point. Huh, I thought it was better than that. Yeah, Kingdra's is pretty good. Yeah, Gyarados and like Ments and stuff are all kind of like on par with everyone else at this point. Huh, interesting. Hari's... oh, never mind. Nature's got like a pretty good one. Oh, okay, Sceptile isn't... it could be worse. It could be worse, but still. I mean, if I can just use Magneton, I'll just use Magneton. I don't think it matters. Is it greedy? I think it might be greedy. Let me just go over the turns again. It's going to be 2 turns of Quillfish. This guy doesn't always see kill. So the other thing that needs to be said is that I can pivot between Mence and Aggron for an okay amount of time with Huntail and just wait for the rain to run out. And he will still just like never use it. And then eventually I just pivot to Sceptile on a whatchavoozy. On a Muddy Water. Worst case scenario, right? And that's just Mantine, which is, of course, Lantern. But yeah, let's go over the turns. So turn 1, I Rock Slide the Quillfish. Oh, well, so either he Rain Dances or he doesn't. So if he... Because if he flinches... Well, no, because then the worst case... Oh, we don't even know if we're always going to hit, though. On this Dragonair. With Mence. I mean, he just takes less, right? No, Kingdra is just better. We'll spring Kingdra. And Shelly? Shall we? I mean, I've been doing like the same Shelly strats forever, so. Milotic. Tenta. Well, I think Aggron and Kingdra just generally... Because this guy's going to bait Double Edge. This is even better for Aggron. To, like, only take this damage. We'll even say... I mean, we just say the amount, right? It's just 137 plus 5. 142. But yeah. If rain is still up, then you go back to Kingdra. And then you go back to Agron. And you just keep doing that until you're on Agron with no rain up. Which, like, that will eventually happen. Because there's an even amount of turns. No, sorry. There's an odd amount of turns for the rain, but there's an even amount of turns for switching if you switch every single turn. Actually, I need Cherry on Kingdra. Okay, Shelly. Tenta, Baytip, no.
It's
okay.
A racist argument.
So you're wrong in a bunch of different ways, so let me just like run through them. So first and foremost, the highest year was 86%, and that was the year with the dramatic increase in stops. And if you ask me if I'm in favor of just expanding stop and frisk, which is different from Giuliani's stop, question, and frisk, although, you know, you might not be interested in that specific difference, to the levels that Bloomberg did, I would say it's unnecessary, it aggravates people, it creates a whole bunch of problems. That being said, they're not over-targeted because, again, there is no year during the entire tenure of Bloomberg where the shooting suspects were any less than 92%. So what the NYPD does, because it's the most data-driven police force in the entire world, is they map crime through a system called CompStat. When there's a lot of shootings in a specific area, they send the police to those areas. The stops, questions, and frisks all relate to where the shootings are, and it just so happens to be those areas are Black or Hispanic.
Right, but
do
you get accosted on the street by cops regularly in New York City?
It happened to me when I was younger, yes, but like not now.
Okay, but do you understand
But
how
to your point about hit rate,
how,
because you brought it up, hit rate was not the goal of Stop, Question, and Frisk. Like, this is one of the things where you're like, oh, well, this program didn't work because my standard that I look for arbitrarily shows that it was ineffective. That's like saying a plane doesn't work because it's not a good submarine.
No, it's
like,
not
that doesn't
arbitrary.
make any sense.
90% of the stop and frisks came up with nothing.
True, but the point was to deter the
say
carrying of firearms.
Have you done illegal drugs in your life?
Maybe.
I have. I could have been stopped and frisked, and I could have gone to prison, or I could have been held if I had a little bit less money in Rikers indefinitely until my trial came. Because a cop just decided, hey, I'm going to stop and frisk you, but they wouldn't do that to me because I'm a white woman.
All right, that's nice.
Well,
but anyway, it's about shootings and the
That's
point of
nice.
the program.
No, it's
and
not
this
about
is stated
shootings.
quite
That's a
literally
nice
to
thing to
deter
chat.
people from carrying illegal firearms.
It's absolutely not about
It
that.
100% is.
Are you in favor of gun control?
Bro, why is it that this fucking... Okay, Porygon evolves at level 42. Okay, Porygon never has double edge in its learn set. Porygon 2 has double edge in its learn set at 36. So you have to teach it. Like, you have to scale it, like, every time. What the fuck? That's so dumb. Why do you have to scale it every fucking time? That's so retarded. God.
Is this what I'm trying to say?
I'm a New Yorker, so I'm not like a big
What's
gun
my
guy,
headline?
but...
No problem. Let me. This is my point.
We've got to target guns, and that's why stop
you
and
definitely
frisk.
got to target
I'm gonna
illegal
agree
guns
with
for
Emma,
sure.
but Emma's not gonna agree with me. The idea that the police can decide to arbitrarily stop people because they might be carrying a firearm violates the Second and Fourth Amendments.
Well, again,
stop and frisk is completely unconstitutional. In my
That's
opinion.
why Fourth Amendment was in my mind. I was
Well,
thinking
again,
about stop and frisk.
you're supposed to stop, question, and frisk, and usually
no.
it's based on reasonable suspicion, and they're
That
supposed
what
to...
I'm bearing arms
They're
under the
supposed to...
Constitution.
Okay, wait, is Sean in my chat right now? I don't know why you would have a program called Stop, Ask, and Frisk or Stop and Frisk if the stop is based on reasonable suspicion. You don't need any extra program. If a cop has reasonable suspicion you've committed a crime, then he's got the right to perform an investigation, and you have to sit there and allow him to do so, right?
They're supposed to follow the Terry standard.
This idea that because a particular group of people may be carrying guns, we're going to go start stopping a whole bunch of them. I'm like, the Constitution protects our right to keep and bear arms in the first place. So now you're violating, you're ignoring the Second Amendment and using that and by ignoring it, now you're violating the Fourth.
As a side note, it's not true that Hispanics commit more crimes per capita than white people. Florida, for example, a higher rate of white crime than Hispanic crime. That might be true. For some reason, collecting data around Hispanic people has been really weird because a lot of, like, there are some data points that will mix Hispanic people with white people. Sometimes that's why you'll see whites and Hispanics, or that sometimes you'll see data that says non-white Hispanics. But I don't actually know if anybody knows what Hispanic even is or means. Like, I don't actually know if I'm supposed to put Hispanic when I'm being asked questions, because sometimes, like in the United States, we've got race and ethnicity, and I think for ethnicity I'll put Caucasian, because I'm pretty sure I am. But then under race, it'll ask different questions. And then we've had these arguments on stream before for like, what does Latino mean? What does race mean? Or I'm sorry, what does Hispanic mean? What's the difference between race and ethnicity? We got into that argument with Annalicia, and I thought she was super wrong on something, but apparently in Canada, they use ethnicity or race in either the opposite or a completely different way than we use it in the United States. Like, all of that shit is like really weird. I don't know if when it comes to Hispanic stuff, I think it's kind of hard sometimes because you don't always measure it. That's why sometimes even in like criminality stuff, I've seen it where it'll say like non-white Hispanics, or it'll say whites and Hispanics. The stop is based on suspicion initially, match description of shooting an area, questioning determines whether a search is conducted. Gotcha.
I mean, the only thing that would have been
else that libertarians also bring up, it's
insane
probably
here.
important too.
The only thing that would have been like perfect here would be Armaldo, I think. If I had it. Yeah, I don't know what kind of plan I could really concoct. not risking dying to psychic crit. This is unacceptable. I mean, Kabutops seems fun. Bro, Kabutops is a bug type. Ooh, Kabu baits Lapras. Lapras might be an even bigger issue. But this should always be T-Bolt. Oh, this is... wait, is this free? Hold on. If Thunderbolt doesn't crit, like I never died a drill run. The only problem is that drill run is a 1 in 8 to crit, which is not fun. Is there something better? Yo, Rosalia? No, never. Never, ever, 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 ever. I don't even know why I consider it. Damn, bro. Yo, if I was 22, if I had one higher speed IV, I would outspeed this guy. Well, at level cap, but, you know. You know what I mean. Yeah, I might just do Ampha. I'm not sure. I want to think about it a little bit more. I don't even think this is too bad to do, so what I would do is, basically come in on a T-bolt. Yo. No, because he drill runs. That sucks. Fuck. Ayo? I think Ampharos is probably the best. I think the risk is probably quite minimal. If he dies, Salamence can revenge. I don't think this is, like, insane. But, I mean, like, Lapras, I think, is probably her hardest Pokemon to counter. Obviously, Shuckle is a meme. What about P2? What are we cooking? Is this a ridiculous strategy? To do the leper, yeah, the leper shit? You got shell armor on switching from Trace. This guy has leftovers, unfortunately. Actually, I don't know why I'm so worried about the Ampharos. Honestly, the bigger reason why I'm worried is because of Kabutop's not evading Thunderbolts reliably, right? So like this like 51% here. So Drill Run is its highest damage move here. Oh my god, why is Lapras so bulky? Fuck, dude, I can't do any damage to this thing. Jesus Christ. Like, normally I would just use Feraligatr on this guy, or I would use something like Hariyama, or just like whatever fighting type, you know? But, this is pretty much risk crit. And I don't even always kill. Like, this is really unlikely to kill. And then you're just like... Oh, Kingdra. No, Kingdra's horrible. Oh, man. Not good. Not good. Yeah, I think I'm on 54 and I have Citrus Berry. I should be fine. Because if I ever drop below, it'll just proc it. Yeah, anyway, we just do like Ampharos or whatever. We'll do 54 on Kabu.
Is when you're trying to measure the criminality of a group of people, sometimes it's important to bring up average age as well. So for instance, criminality is highly correlated, especially violent crime, with age of people. So if you take a cohort and they tend to be much younger than another cohort, like 70-year-old dudes aren't out here generally doing armed robbery. 65-year-olds aren't out here like serial killing or murdering people in crimes of passion, right? Tends to be crimes, 55-year-olds aren't doing like, shoplifting and shit, generally speaking. So if you've got a group of people that are much younger and you compare them to a cohort that averages or skews much older in age, you should probably also control for that as well. That was a common response I saw from the from the Cato Institute when it talked about the criminality of immigrants in the United States. Whereas immigrants tend to have much higher levels of criminality than native populations, but especially if the cohort of immigrants you're measuring are like average age 22, and then you're comparing them to a group of people whose average age is in like the 40s or 50s, 50s is probably go there, but like of course the criminality for the younger population is going to run way higher just because of age of people. Yeah. Wait, so I just died there and I wasn't even tabbed out. I feel like I'm gonna die doing a dungeon here. But anyways.
It's absolutely
well, this is why I'm actually critical of Bloomberg expansion of the program, because the way it used to work is that if you had a shooting suspect, you would have a description, you'd send cops to the area and they would stop people with that description, ask them questions.
This is even better. We just bait Fire Punch. There's actually not even a reason to bring Shark. This basically... Yeah, this like is almost perfect. This is nearly flawless. So you do Steelix, Chesto. On either Psychic or Hypnosis. Even if he's Psychic crits... Oh wait, what about Psychic Defense Drop? Well, he would have to like Psychic... No, he still wouldn't do it. He would have to be Psychic, crit and Defense Drop. There's also just a chance that he just Hypnosis, though. He used Hypnosis, right? So... Yeah, we get to like, I don't know, 53 or something. I think this basically just like eliminates all of this bullshit. Oh god. I mean, if you want to add like a whole extra step to the fucking equation, like you could actually just bring both. Oh man, that feels so capped though. This is already 4 guys. Shaco's gonna get killed by Tenta. So what happens? So Ampharos. Ampharos baits Dragonite. Dragonite return. So he should have like an okay amount of HP, even if he gets crit on drill run. To the point where he probably never baits surf. In which we pivot back to Steelix, and then we always get surf. And so we go into Ments on the surf. We can probably even just rock slide with Cherry Berry equipped. Yeah, Kingdra outspeeds. Well, this is the exact same thing. Except you don't risk Ments in this interaction. That's the biggest obvious difference. But you're bringing Kingdra as like an extra guy or whatever. Yeah, and he should just brick break the Kingdra as well. That's like the gist of it, I think. The thick fat is so annoying, dude. It's like such a good ability on this guy. I mean, this is somehow more consistent. Because this should just be a return. No, Omastar sucks. Yeah. Bait Dragonclaw is an absolute int. No. No. Yeah. No, do the Kingdra thing. Yeah, because you're gonna be such low HP. Or wait, no. Is that even true? Fuck. Hold on. If I have... So even if it like high rolls here into high roll crit here, well, it can bait surf, but we'll assess it accordingly, is what I will say. Kingdra takes like all of these moves, which is really good. Because I can pivot through Kingdra, guarantee an Ice Beam. Wait, no, why would you ever want to guarantee an Ice Beam, Harrison? Fuck, that's so ass. And then, oh no, you could go to Tenta. Guarantee an Ice Beam. Go into Tenta. Guarantee T-Bolt or Drill Run. Actually, it should just be Drill Run. Then go into Ment. And finish it. Dude, I thought I did half. What the fuck? Why is this such a low amount? Why are you so bulky, Lapras? He has plus defense. Jesus. Damn, that's wild. What the fuck? I don't know. Maybe I just stay in. Maybe I just stay in and just, like, sack, Ampharos. I honestly, I don't even know. That seems crazy to me. I'll have to think about it more. I'm just, like, a little bit too tired right now. So I think I'm gonna go to sleep. I'd never even played the game. I only ever fucking planned.